Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Dr. Soul Brother here again, reaching out to you, family, wanting to um, provide you with remedies um, to cure your ills. I'm not going to be long, but I'm going to be straight to the point here. The last show I did was about black owned and not black staff restaurants. And I understand that there were some people who didn't seem to fully understand or appreciate the points that I was trying to make. And yes, I'm talking about you, Mike Ainsley. You in the chat or in the comment section, I should say, said that me talking about um, black owned restaurants with not black staff, you said, quote, this sounds racist. Where is the DEI? End of quote. Okay. Let me explain something to you, Mike Ainsley. Let me take you to school, as well as anybody else out in the clouds who doesn't fully understand this. Um, there are other groups of people here in the United States who have their own restaurants, banks, etc. And those establishments represent um, the culture that they come out of. It's a non issue with other people. But as soon as you start talking about something that's for black folk, by black folk, um, in other words, a pro black kind of position, all of a sudden we have a problem. Well, that's your problem to deal with, not mine. That's your problem. So I think it's very arrogant on your part, or anybody else for that matter, to try to jump on my channel and suggest what is racist. And for the record, black folk cannot be racist because we are not in positions of power. If we were in positions of power, that'd be another situation. But also, I think it's interesting to note this: everybody else, Latinos, Asians of all kind of variety types, ethnic whites, um, and I'm going to go here, other black folk, foreign black folk, Africans, various Africans, Caribbean black folk, be they Anglophone or Francophone Caribbean, can exhibit pride in the culture and look at their establishments and look what they built, and it's a non-issue. But when it comes to black folks in these United States, all of a sudden there's a problem. Okay, Mr. Mike Ainsley, I don't know what part of the country where you are, but you are aware of African establishments, be it Ethiopian restaurants, Ghanaian restaurants, Jamaican restaurants, Haitian restaurants, Belizean restaurants, etc. You have seen those establishments, and yet it's a non-issue as far as them looking out for themselves. But all of a sudden, you got your um, pennies all up in a bunches over this when it comes to black folks in America. That's a problem. The sad part about it is this: unfortunately, you have a segment of Black America who buys into that, and that's truly unfortunate. But that's what we're dealing with. Well, um, I say, Mike Ainsley and others of that ilk, you need to stay in your lane. Seriously. You need to stay in your lane. You're not going to be critical of other groups. Don't be critical of us over here. Don't be critical of us at all. Um, there's all kind of black establishments, and the thing is this: when it comes to um, black staff, historically, you had black staff. It's not until in recent years you started getting non uh, black staff members. For example, if I, let's say, decided I want to have a restaurant that deals with soul food, restaurant, okay? You can bet your last dollar they're going to be black staff. And I say that without apology. None. You go in any mall, California or any other place, and you go upstairs and you go to say it's a Panda Express or any other type of Asian um, establishment, restaurant, etc. You don't find not just black folk or any other non-blacks working in there. And not that I'm looking for it, but they're Asians. It's a non-issue with you. You're not tripping off of it. But when we talk about doing for ourselves and looking out for ourselves and having establishments where we hire our own people, all of a sudden folks have a problem with it. And unfortunately, as I said, you have a segment of the black American population that have bought into it to the point where they have been shamed and guilted. Well, guess what? You're not going to shame and guilt this black American. Let's be real clear, real clear. Okay. And as I said, if I had a soul food restaurant, trust and believe, I am going to hire people who look like me. And I say that without apology. So you can take your suggestion or question rather about DEI and you know what you can do with it. Mr. Mike Ainsley, you've got your nerve. You've got your nerve coming on my channel in the comment section and going to try to shame and guilt me. You ran up on the wrong black American here, the wrong one. This is me you're talking to. You're not talking to some ragtag stumblebum who can't think past his eyebrows. This is me, Jack. So you need to keep your hangups, your bigoted outlook, and all of that to yourself. And I say that to others out in the cloud who are listening. But this thing really bothered me here. And you see, but it also bothers me. Black folk, family, I'm telling you right now, do not let other people shame and guilt you as it relates to our identity, as it relates to our culture, etc. No, that should never be, ever, under no circumstances. Okay? You stand 10 toes down and you say it with your chest, your full chest, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Right now. Okay? So I'm standing by what I said about our establishments. And it's shameful that you have black owned restaurants. I could go into other areas, but just deal with the restaurants because that was what I was addressing. And you don't have black staffed. No, that should never be, ever. So to anybody else who thinks like Mr. Mike Ainsley, um, you need to check yourself. So this is what I want to do. I want folks to in the comments section, because I'm interested in doing some live shows. I mean this pre-recorded, all this is fine. That's good. And not to say that I won't ever do pre-recorded, but it comes a point when I want to be able to engage my audience and we can have some dialogue. Right now, you've been getting monologue, but I'm more interested in a dialogue. So I'm going to end it here and just say that any comments you have, feel free to drop it in the comment section. Um, please subscribe, send the message to others. Check out some of the other shows that I've done. Give me your response. Hopefully, your response is tasteful, respectful, and all the rest of it. And until the next time, God bless.